What makes me Teeto CEEMOS? Whatever level of notoriety or reverence that I've gotten in the past couple of years that have put me on certain platforms that have exposed me to more people was the essence of being a wordsmith, a pen man, and just straight out rapping.
So sacred. Shout out to the queens who supreme when they grind in. The best position is when you nobody go save you. The struggle is alive. One step at a time.
Taking it as he did, this sinful world, as it is, not as I would have it.
I mean, putting this project together was completely different for me because, I mean, I recorded just games night with Bigfoot at his studio. And the rest of the album I recorded in the comfort of my home. I set up a little home studio. I mean, nothing too fancy, but you know, it gets the job done. And you know, shout out to Bigfoot for creating the canvas for a masterpiece and you know, blessing me with the right beats and everything. And a huge shout out to Godo. I mean, Godo was just amazing. He showed up at the house. We were having late night sessions till God knows what time, or we could pick it up again early in the morning and everything. So it was just completely different, recording from the comfort of my home and, you know, putting together my vision for the album slowly, record after record, until where we are completely at this point, you know.
CK's really chill, drinks water, minds her business. She's the middle child and she's got 2 sisters. Something where nothing used to be, yeah. For Nigeria, we they glorify struggling. They said it brings character while you're buffering. Brings for the vision to hire the muscle in. Fuck the government, everybody does the hustle, man.
The psychological explanation for the culture of honor, it simply means when you would pretty much react with violence or extreme measures to protect your reputation, your name, your flock. Like, it's a multi-layered type of sentence. So why I named it that, like, should I say that the album, if you look at the album art, I'm dressed in an agbada with sneakers. It's kind of like a decoy to make you think, you know, I'm being ethnic, I'm being cultural about the whole situation. Culture of honor stems back to roots somewhere around Southern America and nomadic origins of what shepherds would do to protect their flock.
On this project, like I said, he let me be me. I was able to take a back seat and see things from outside. And when you see things from outside, there's a lot more you can add in terms of beautification and experimentation and things like that. So I was able to experiment with one of my favorite rappers in the world, and that was amazing. That was good.
I'ma get wine on, keep it curl at the bar, there's nothing I can't afford. Vibe just different as they hype man, they heal me. People swear I changed, but I swear I'm still the same G.
Pressure makes diamonds, no delay timing. Accept it, don't be a skeptic, same time.
I realized that, you know, I have a loyal tribe of fans who legit reach out to me and talk about the last project. They're like, they've made me identify with my purpose. Initially, I always tried to like make people dance, and I always wanted to play it safe and do those type of records that could, you know, potentially cross over and be radio friendly songs, if you get what I'm saying. Like, I was very, very intentional about that. But the reality of the situation is what makes me Teeto CEEMOS. Whatever level of notoriety or reverence that I've gotten was the essence of being a wordsmith, a pen man, and just straight out rapping. So, you know, if you listen to Later On versus After Dark, maybe a song or two I would rap and just do it there, but predominantly the records were safe and, you know, potentially good radio records. But I went into the mindset of this particular album with Bigfoot. He was like, you know what, Teeto, let's do an EP. And I'm like, I'm not an EP guy. Like, you know, I'm not doing that. Let's do an album. And, you know, so I went into the album with the mindset of, I'm not gonna like play it safe or anything. However it comes to me, I will rap.
Mere mortals in the presence of a demigod. Fuck a handout, how you go get a job? No shame like Sensei, naked. A man provides that room is so sacred. Shout out to the queens who supreme when they grind in. The best position.
So I mean, there's still those, I'm not saying that everything that we did previously was not, that they were not good records, because there's still some of those records here, but I mean, there's something Bigfoot says all the time, that, you know, these songs, they write themselves. That's what it is. It's the culture of honor. It's me reacting, and should I say me reacting with necessary violence, as the case may be, lyrically and metaphorically speaking. Turning back the clock and just rapping and not playing it so safe anymore.
I think with production, I think almost everything that can ever be done with creative music has already been done. But what you find is then a wealth of knowledge out there that then affords you options on how to create a jam. You understand?
I decided to do a collaborative album with Bigfoot because, you know, I was just trying to like experiment with new sounds, and coincidentally, I've done stuff with Bigfoot before in the early 2010s. But you know, that point in time, everything are just vibes. We don't know what they do precisely, man. They'll say that to release album, you have to go and look for marketer in Alaba and things like that. So we were just recording, but there was no way to put out these songs. And they were really good songs. I think I must have done like 5 or 6 songs with him back in the day. But I met Bigfoot when I was still like hanging around Capitol Hill Studios a lot. And Ill Bliss was actually the one that introduced me to Bigfoot, and we just hit it off immediately. And I mean, fast forward to 2021. So it's just right that I went back to work with someone who I had worked with in the past before, and then seeing how we can, you know, break bread in this climate and make music that will touch and inspire people. I'm getting messages from people from my tribe or my fan base, like, your music saved me. I lost my mom, I lost my dad. I listened to this song that you did. It was able to help me through my grieving. And I realized that the music that I was making, which is pretty much also one of my comfort areas, is resonating on a different wavelength with people, that introspective wavelength. So the culture of honor is me being like, okay, a shepherd to my flock. It's an ode to my fan base that, okay, I'm here for you, resonate with you on these frequencies, and cater to those emotions that I can reach with records like Life. That's a record with Vector and Dami Oniru, or records like Sacrifices. I got a lot of feedback for Sacrifices in particular. So I'm here. That's what the culture of honor is. It's just me coming to that realization that I'm hitting you on an alternative end of your frequencies, and I'm here to cater to that.
This album was, I think it was, well, from the sounds he sent me to listen to, this one was more personal in the sense that he's trying to really tell us a couple of tales about himself, his internal self, and not just about, because VAD was pretty much about, you know, driving at night. Culture of honor is really about, like, you know, holding back that, rerouting himself back to where he is from, and, you know, just harnessing that energy, right? So culture of honor for me was pretty much more about Teeto's power and what he can do to shift culture.
Okay, culture of honor. If you listen to the album, you see that he actually was on point with the title of the album and the body of the album. He basically used his rap skills as well as local dialects to put forward an album that everybody can relate to. From the educated to the not educated, from the street hustler to the CEO. there's something in there for you to learn and understand.
My collaborations happen organically. I've never had to like force it. And you know, I also try and work within my ecosystem. I have a huge wish list. There are a bunch of people that I would love to work with. But at the same time, the music that I write, and before being a rapper, I'm a music head first. So I listen to a whole lot of music. By the time I'm reaching out to you for a collaboration, chances are I know your strengths, I know your weaknesses. And if I feel like there's still more value that can be added to this particular record, by the time I send it to you, it probably resonates with you, which is why my success rate on collaborations are pretty high, because I'll probably find a beat that, you know, I'm sure that would resonate with you and you would love, and would also just ginger you to just want to rap or sing whatever it is that you're going to do. So that's it with my collaborations, to be honest. Like with the Games Night record, I think the first collab on the album was with Moon. I did something with Moon on Verses After Dark. That was the Wrong Things record. I met her through Godo. And that was a very solemn, introspective type of record. But you know, I'm a huge fan of Moon, and I can't wait to hear what else she has to do. But Wrong Things was really slow, introspective, but on the #2 record on this album, it's a up-tempo party type record. And because she could sing, I knew that she has that pop essence in her. So I mean, by the time I sent her the beat and she and Godo got to work, it was amazing. Like, I knew it was gonna be good, but I didn't expect it to be that good. And you know, I mean, Godo made me do some things I wasn't too comfortable with on that record, but I mean, it's calm, we move. And the next collaboration was with Debbie Romeo and Ghost. So that was literally a walk in the park. I mean, we've done the video for that. It was awesome.
We got the whole night, we're right till the sunrise.
Few cases of ace of spades in the lobby. This place is packed with babes. My kind of party.
Next collaboration was, I think, with Child. I mean, she's got this whole different sound that I love, and by the time I heard the beat and I sent it to her people, like, it was a no-brainer. She did it, and by the time I heard it, I loved it. Then with Sadauda, bro, like, that dude, that's an intelligent man right there. With Sadauda and Wana Wana, that might be possibly my favorite record on that album, because I mean, I've been doing a lot of reading on growth and spirituality over the years, and when I do these records, it's pretty much a reflection of my soul and my inner being. So I'm happy that that could channel itself onto that particular song. The song is called Genesis 1:26. Let us make man in our own image and likeness and everything. So by the time Godo did the beat, Bigfoot added the drama, Sadauda came and just worked magic on the hook. I'm forever indebted. It was so amazing. And Wana Wana with her poetry, like, that's a song. Like, I know it's my brainchild, but I heard the song and I'm gassed. Like, I love it. And then last but not least, I mean, that was track 9, AQ. Me and AQ, man, we go way back, way back. So I'm talking early 2000s, and it's been the same relationship since then. But you know, I'm blessed that I still have this camaraderie that we have at this point, but it's always the same energy every time me and Q link up. Like, Q probably just walk in here and be like, Teeto, you know I'm the greatest, right? Like, like, yeah, you know I'm better than you. And I'm like, yeah, sure, you know, yeah, young Q, I'm the best and everything. So it's only natural that we did that type of record where we're going bar for bar and toe to toe and everything. I had so much fun making that record and everything. Shout out to my nigga Q, like, it was blessed. And that's it with the collaborations, man.
Hip hop is a genre that gets to my heart. Okay, that gets to my heart. But the way it is, yeah, I wish it was up there with like Afro beats, but we are so low on the totem pole with annoying. But we get what we get. Whatever advice, stop bashing hip hop. We are going to get there. We are going to do better. I listened to the album. I've given it a couple of spins, and I feel like Teeto is in a space now where he's like more matured. He's saying stuff he wants to say. So I feel like this should elevate him, should take him one step further in that rap discourse where people are saying, oh, what's the album of the year? And people will be like, oh, this is the album of the year. So that works. I don't know where his space is, but for me, I like to, like I said, I like to see him in that conversation where when people are mentioning like albums of the year, not just hip hop albums of the year, because this feels like a complete hip hop album. Like there are no type of hip hop song you are looking for that you don't find. It's a nice blend of songs. So I feel like when people are talking about album of the year list, Culture of Honor should be on it.
It's been an interesting project because basically we've been watching this guy just push himself on this one more than usual. He's stretched things out, you know, explored new territories, and it just shows that he's always willing to grow, which is a good thing at this point because he's not a baby anymore. So the fact that he's still able to stretch things out and grow at this level is pretty impressive. Makes me respect him a little more. Don't tell him I said that, Jan. But on the management / project point of view, it's, to be honest, man, he's even more meticulous than I am. So he's just basically been in the driving seat, and it just makes life much easier. It's just plug and play. Challenges, there's always challenges, right? With all these projects, each album has a challenge, but I'd say for this one, for the most part, it was just basically being able to synchronize everyone's schedule, everyone's timing. You know, you have to factor in, there's individual factors to think about when you're synchronizing schedules, and there's also Lagos factors to think about. So being able to put it all together and let everything just work out. That was the challenge, but we're here, so we made it. So
Challenge number one. Teeto, God almighty. Teeto wanna kill me on this project. I've been texting Teeto at 1 a.m. Say, Guru, I did not sound right. That my age, it sounded like R. God, at 1 a.m. Teeto, bro. But then I love it because I'm that kind of artist. I'm that kind of producer. I like it when my artist knows what he or she wants, and they just go for it, and they are not stopping till they get it. So that process, everything I felt was a discomfort actually tried to, or helped build me in certain ways. I left there with a whole new bunch of skills, new drive, new work ethic, and yeah. Well, yes. Another problem I did know, this problem was plenty, man. Teeto, on the first day, gave us one pizza. There's one pizza like this. After that first day, the next day he called me. Teeto, was I late? I was not late. Teeto, why did that pizza not come again? Why? To the end of the album. So please, anyone that's watching this, Teeto is owing all of us one pizza. Thank you. God bless you. That is the difficulty. From track 2, you have already started hearing that. This is not the normal Teeto CEEMOS that we're used to. I had to make him test out his high pitch. I noticed even right from the first time I heard him, which was on Oshamo. First time I felt like, okay, somebody's rapping to me. I've noticed that his mid-range is his dancing point. He likes the mid-range thing, and he likes to keep it low. But then on some of the records, I made sure that Baba went soprano. You touch there whether you like it or not. And luckily for us, it came out really nice. Shout out to Bigfoot on the engineering, who made everything sit right. He wanted it to be a really, really rap album, but thanks to some of our influences, we have helped him to say, stop that. Sing a little, uncle. Let's dance more. So yeah, I'm glad that he let us influence him a bit, and I can't wait for you guys to hear all those records, man. I can't wait.
Initially, I like Japanese culture, even though I'm Nigerian. But then I was thinking of borrowing from there. But then I was like, you know what? Why can't we be ourselves? Why can't we just take stuff that we have and make it look cooler, or make it more powerful? So it's pretty much about like chi, So we borrowed from Adinkra, origins from Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana. And then I was like, you know what, we're African. Why don't we make this ours? So we pretty much showed out, put a bunch of symbols together, and made meaning out of it. On light language, well, I know light language to be something very spiritual and in it. So I spoke to my guy, Tommy Thomas, who's a super spiritual guy, and he knows how to write in light language. It's almost like speaking in tongues, but he's doing it with writing. So I was like, bro, why can't we invite you to, I really do not ask for help, but I asked him to help me out with some light language so we can make this larger than life and make it special. So what Tommy was able to do with his writing, he was able to envision what Teeto was trying to do and impart his own vision into it.
First of all, let me just say I'm biased to mixtape CEEMOS. If you haven't really downloaded the mixtape, I don't know if it's still be online or holler me, I'll give it to you. Can't listen to any mixtape Teeto CEEMOS is on. Secondly, checking the albums on my playlist now. 3 albums in, Verses After Dark, Lateral, and this one. I feel like this one ranks higher, and I'm not just saying it because we are here or because it's going to buy me lunch. This album, I've heard it's a cohesive body of work. It sounds more matured. Said there's no type of hip-hop song you're looking for on it that you don't find. So I'd rank this high. This one comes on my list as number 1, Verses After Dark number 2, and his album or mixtape with his brother Ray Slick comes in at 3. 3 good albums. Because I'm ranking one higher doesn't mean the other one is whack. So just listen to the 3. Go on your Apple Music, Spotify, download the 3. Thank me later.
Well, personally, for my career, if you're here, thank you, and you're watching this, this is the 3rd album. It's the 3rd installation. We started with Lateral, then Verses After Dark, and now we're here with the Culture of Honor. I plan to drop another album next year. I'm trying to drop 5 albums straight. That's the plan. And after that, I want to chill a bit. I'm not gonna I don't think I'll ever quit, but I want to not put as much pressure on myself after 5 albums. And long as I stay inspired, I would still be dropping these projects and everything. I don't really enjoy dropping singles like that, but expect 2 more albums after this. Then after that, maybe I'll take my foot off the gas just a little bit. I might come maybe every other year or maybe once in a year, but I want best believe, man, in the 40s, 50s, maybe 60s, I could still give an album. Your father, not the case. Hip hop in Nigeria, we all have this underdog spirit. It's not where it should be yet, but we're contributing to our quota, as the case may be, and we'll keep building it brick by brick. And I see that there's a younger generation of hip hoppers and drill rappers that are coming out the woodwork right now. And I applaud that. And whoever might be watching this, I just want to give you a whole lot of encouragement. Yo, man, only the strong will continue. It's easy to just get sidetracked and life will happen and you might not want to do it again. But if you're rapping, that is your essence, that is who you are. So you do not want to deny yourself that outlet. So let's keep at it and let's keep building this hip hop shit brick by brick.
I think it's the vibe. The vibe is just perfect. It's a vibe that I can put on right after church on a Sunday driving home. It's a vibe I can listen to straight off out the club or going to the club and then out of the club. It's a vibe I can listen to when I just want to stay on my balcony in the sun. But yeah, it's a vibe that, evening vibe, chill vibe, relaxed vibe. There's a bit of gym vibe inside. It has a bit of everything for every time, so that's perfect. And as a whole project, it is just seamless, start to finish. Starts nice, ends soft, perfect. There's surprisingly a record that we have together as artists, so not even artist producer or artist recording engineer. We actually have a record together that was supposed to be on the album, but somehow we just missed out. But yeah, I'm hoping that can get released maybe towards February or something. That's how good that record is. It's something very different from Teeto. I don't think he has done it ever, and I don't think I've sung like that ever. So I think that's something I'm hoping we get to put out soon. But yeah, definitely, me and Teeto, that's a brotherhood, man. We started something already, and it's definitely going to continue. Keep coming to the end. Every project, I'm there for now.
Well, speaking of hat tricks, I always score. And I'm not even doffing my hat or anything. I always score. Anytime a client asks me to do work, it's either I don't do it or I kill it. So pretty much every single thing we've done has been really passionate to me, and it has to touch me in ways. I have to bring something out from my own well to attach to his, so it can become something even larger, right? So, but for this one was different because we had to retrace our steps. We had to go back to who we were as the black man. You know, we had to go back to who we were as artists, as people who create, who inscribe into walls, you know. So it's pretty much about preaching. On this one, we wanted to preach who we were to the outsiders, to people who are not familiar with African culture, and to people who just want something different. You know, we wanted to give them authenticity. It's something that they had never seen. And on the previous albums, we gave them something like, you know, maybe like some nighttime life, and just pretty much telling them about the origins of stuff. This one is about what's to come, the future of our being.
So from the album name, Culture of Honor, and the album artwork, you can see that he's paying homage to his culture, whereby also keeping to his rap skills. And if you listen to the album carefully, Teeto has used local dialects as well as more or less the English rap form that he's popular for, to create an album that everybody can relate to, young and old, high class, middle class, the hustler on the street. So he's done something for everybody. I actually feel that he did live up to expectation on this album. He's basically done something that we all can listen to. There are tracks there about heartbreak. There are tracks there about working hard. There's something there for the hard guy. There's something there for the sentimental guy or girl. He's basically delivered a body of work that should be respected, should be enjoyed, and should be shared.
Right now, it's basically promote, create the awareness for the album, get the fans to eat it up as much as we hope and we are expecting them to. And then just, I'll say, we start with and just pray and hope that we have a hot Culture of Honor summer for starters, and then we see where we go from there. Expect something and expect everything. That's as much as I'll say.
The Culture of Honor is out. It's my ode/love letter to my fan base and my listeners, and I'm hoping we can continue to grow together and everything. But you know, it's out everywhere. It's on every streaming platform. Stream, share. I was about to say subscribe. No, I don't have a page that you can subscribe to, but I'm on every social media platform. Holler at me. Let me know what your favorite records are and everything. I mean, it's all love from this side, man. Let's get it.